fat can be a family affair.
I had nothing to stand on because I had the same problem. I mean, I'm sitting here with my own tonnage, but so she wasn't willing to really listen to me.
Dealing with the relationship with my mom is like, she's always said, oh, you know, well, when I lose this weight, I'll do this, or when I lose my weight, I'll do that. I thought, you know, I have no guarantees I'm going to lose it.
First, Dr. Judy Hollis, author of Fat is a Family Affair and founder of Hope House, an eating disorder center.
The mother who has not owned her own life and is not being honest with herself, remember, we're as fat as we are dishonest, that dishonesty comes out in the daughter's life. The daughter is trying to soothe the mother's pain or act out mom's rage, which mom can't. Daughters of this generation are binging and vomiting their mother's disowned pain and anger.
Let's talk to Dr. Hollis. Dr. Hollis, you've seen the Edelmans, and what do you think? Let's start with them
Well,
first.
An awful lot, Emily, of what you have to say is true. Most of the people I treat came from parents who were obese. If you have two obese parents, your chances are 80% you're going to be obese. What that means is it's going to be terribly hard. It's going to be the hardest thing ever, but it does not mean it's impossible. I came from fat parents and I was obese all my life. I've now kept my weight off 15 years. There's a way to go. The thing is that you don't find out what you're eating or how you're eating until you don't.
Michael and Arlene's relationship, and we want your input, Arlene and Michael. I mean,
well, I think
people are asking, how could she watch him get larger and larger and larger like that? That's what people are thinking.
Well, she mentioned disappointment in her marriage, and then what happens is all of that emotional energy is invested in the child. Arlene needs to take a look at now, what would she be doing if Michael weren't home with you? What would be happening in your life? Is there anything to focus on other than this problem child?
Food is not God, love, and rock and roll. It's just food. To compulsive overeaters, it's everything. It's our whole life.
Dr. Judy Hollis is the force behind a new concept in helping the patients you've just met. She was a compulsive overeater who dieted her way all the way to 222 pounds.
So much of this is a doctor handing a 1,200-calorie diet. Here, do this. If that patient could do that, they wouldn't be in that office. Most of them know what to do. How? Help me. I need help and support. A lot of the work in treatment is to help people make that break, to say, I really love you, but we're too close and we have to make some separation so I can go on and live my life.
Well, there's some reality to what you're saying about the letting go, but you say it so easily. Like we say, well, just stop drinking or just stop eating. And when you tell mothers, just let go and think they can do that on their own, that's the hardest thing ever. And mothers need help from treatment centers, from groups like Al-Anon and O-Anon. How do they let go? Look at how every mother here is feeling so blamed and responsible. You know, if your child is losing weight and depressed, you say, get help. But if your child is gaining weight, you tell the child first, get it together and control it. And then you tell the mothers, why aren't you managing this child? It's so abusive and punitive.
How does a mother learn then not? So what are you saying the mother ought to do?
I'm saying the mother needs help. All of this is saying keep it in the family unit, keep it at home, put it all on the mom. I'm saying no. The mom needs to feel like a patient herself. We bring her into treatment at Hope or any other kind of treatment center and let her fall apart. Let her say, God, this is hard. And we say, we know how hard it is. And we have compassion for the mother. The mother feels better about herself, takes her eyes off the daughter and out of the daughter's plate, and the daughter then can grow up and live her own life.
The way to do it is what, Judy?
Well, with what we're struggling with here, the spouse needs to find their own recovery program. We strongly recommend O-Anon. They can call us and find out the number of that place to find a place where they can talk with other husbands.
How do you do that? The spouse says, I don't need recovery. You think Roger's going to think he needs recovery?
Yeah, I think so. Roger's hurting over what's going on, very much. And it's for the spouse to recognize, I don't like who I've become. You know, if Roger really took a look and saw himself as this punitive parent always riding her, that's not a role anybody wants in their lives. And there are other husbands who've been through the same thing, and you've got to get to, I don't care what she eats. What else are we going to talk about in this relationship? So it's to learn different ways to share intimacy other than groveling at the table.
Yes, Roger?
I feel that I agree with Judy is saying also.
We agree.
She's still going to go, so I don't think...
They're about personal responsibility. The deal is here, everyone in the audience is getting upset with Roger, but where's the wife's upset with Roger?
Yeah,
Why isn't she taking care of getting that stuff out of the house if her life is at stake?
So now here we see, since the women's movement, we have women who are highly sexed and men who are getting headaches. And the women are either getting fat...
I'm getting confused.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. You know what we're talking about.
I do?
Yes, you do. So the women are either getting fatter or turning themselves into 12-year-old boys, so they're asexual. And it's a deep problem. It's not a giggle number here, because men want to get turned back onto their sexuality, too. And these are the women who can do it for them.
Judy has ever. Always.